Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pixel Perfect Marathon 4. I'm your host for this run, Nick RP Green, and I'm joined by Twilight and Theory to take you through the epic Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Take it away.
Hello, welcome in. I am Twilight, the Twilight Realm. I have, a good friend of mine, Theory. He's gonna be bouncing off, doing some commentary here and there because this is a long run, a very, very long run sometimes. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Time will start here in a moment. But yeah, Theory, introduce yourself.
Yeah, Theory. That's why I said I'm here to help him do comms because it is a long run, and there is a big section where we just wait. So yeah,
a very big section. So, like I said, this is a pretty decently long run. Grab food, grab a drink. And like you said, Act 3, you're really gonna need it. So time will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good luck. The run.
Yeah, this is. I've been running this for about a couple months now. The paths are pretty straightforward. It's just going to be a lot of point A to point B with it being liquid easy. We're not going to be doing a lot of crazy things. The menu optimizations are key. It's a lot of running.
He's started off with a load, so because he's doing New Game Plus, we load from a save. Basically, just create a save at the beginning of the game where you first gain control in this little intro sequence. It saves watching 2 to 3 minutes of unskippable ads. They just made up ads for the game. Don't know why, they just decided to do it. I guess immersion or something for
S tier ads. I'll give you that. S tier ads.
I mean, they do have the David Hayter podcast in there or whatever, where he's getting interviewed and stuff. So, but yeah, they're unskippable, and it's pointless watching them when you're doing New Game Plus, obviously. So.
Very much so. Yeah. So a big thing about this run is that it's going to be a lot of a few decent menu optimizations. So getting in and out of these menus isn't a of getting the tank scene. What is?
It might be best to avoid that area altogether.
A little bit of a tech issue.
Are we? Oh, we're having problems. Sorry. All right.
Okay, folks, bear with us a second. We're just going to drop back into intermission whilst we get this run back up and running. See you in a moment. Okay, folks, we are back, and we should be able to continue this Metal Gear Solid 4 run. Except that's still a black screen.
That's still, yeah. What the what?
Bear with us whilst we get this sorted.
All right, good luck.
Okay, here we go for real this time. Twilight, when you're ready, you may continue.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Back in the action.
Back in the action. All right, so right here we're doing a couple optimizations right here. We're pulling out the syringe for later on, and then the face, we're doing Big Boss camo, and then we're actually, this is something I learned the other week. It's with getting to Rat Patrol, you need stuns for the end part, so we're going to swap those top 2 weapons, because in Act 2, we're going to take them out anyway. But this Big Boss camo is top tier hilarious, the way they react to it.
Yeah, basically, this just lets you walk into people, they spot you, they get alerted, and then they just cower in fear because of how, like, frightening this mask is. If they see you from the front. Usually from the back, they don't do anything, they just either alert you or ignore you. But if they see you from the front, they will literally just drop their guns and sit on the floor, basically. So you can just walk past them.
Such.
I mean, it does look kind of freaky, but...
It is. It is. But yeah, this is a pretty straightforward path. We're just pretty much letting them, cowering them in fear while getting a linear path.
This game has a it does have a, like, this is a cool mechanic that they added for this game and this game only, for whatever reason. It's just like there is a like reputation system in the game mechanic. So like if you help out the militia, they will be friendly to you, and vice versa. If you start shooting them or taking them down, it will be enemies. They usually enemies off the start, as you see there. Like that's what they alert to them. Also, because he's in their hideout, and you're not supposed to be in there without a disguise, really. But it doesn't matter. Obviously, we can see. Just put on the Big Boss face mask and run through.
Okay, so right here, we're going to just put on the satchel for now because the M4 is still going to be valuable moving in. And now it's just a lot of, once again, just getting point A to point B. Except this time, oh, we actually got that. There's going to be a trick we're going to do right here coming up where we're going to roll before this little small cutscene hits so that we're able to get out of the cutscene. And now we're up.
Yep.
Then a little tricky movement here. Where
he's got to shimmy across the wall, but if he just basically taps the input on the wall, it's quicker than just holding it and watching Snake slowly shimmy across. As you can see, Snake's old in this game, so he can't move that fast, not as fast as he used to. So anything to benefit movement in this game is handy.
Okay,
manipulate the old man.
Yeah.
Your radar is marked with which way to go.
Yeah. Once again, Act 1, like we said, is pretty much just here, here, here.
Yeah, point A to point B.
Okay. We need to go down again because I don't think we're. Yeah, I don't.
Back for me.
Yeah, back for me.
Sorry about that.
And the tech check was going.
Yeah.
Alright, so right here they have some sleeping gas canisters that we are just going to simply take out with our operator pistol. And move up the stairs as we go. And now we're going to run to Rat Patrol. With a very familiar face running Rat Patrol.
Yeah, this is actually probably the first part where you actually have to do some stuff in Act 1. So he's got to basically plant a bunch of these sleep gas mines in specific areas. It's basically where the frogs will spawn or jump to and be at, and then he can just detonate them when he needs to detonate them, and it'll just basically obviously put them all to sleep. Because you have to take out certain frogs to like basically progress the Rat Patrol to move. So doing it in a specific spot will allow them to move quickly,
Yeah, we'll switch these
which progresses this area. Outside of that, it's just basically shooting and placing mines. And waiting for...
And we're going to have an audio cue coming up right here.
Yeah. Waiting for the team to move. Placing more mines.
Alright.
Now he's just got to wait.
Wait for the special word.
Yep. Basically, we're just on a rail here to a certain point. Just need to take out certain frogs quickly, and then wait for
like Meryl to say the good old contact.
And now let us know when we can progress.
Take ourselves downstairs. We're going to plant 4 specific mines. One right here by the stun box. Second one up here. Third one right here. And the fourth one for some flash right there.
And then he's going to interrupt Johnny here. And basically that skips like a voice line and an interaction between him and Meryl about him talking about he needs to go to the toilet.
Alright, let's see if Johnny's gonna behave here, because he's cowering right now. But when Meryl starts walking through, we're gonna pretty much see how Johnny reacts. And Meryl is not playing nice right now. Come on. Alright, Johnny. Don't cower.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of RNG and stuff in this area.
Why?
He decided not to. Yeah. That's the only problem. Is like you still have bits of RNG here. It's not too bad in this game, but places like this where you're just waiting on him to do the correct thing, and then obviously decides not to do the correct thing. You know.
Oh, we missed this one.
That's unfortunate.
It's fine though.
It's not too big of a deal on this difficulty anyway. So never really have to worry about HP or anything like that.
Nah.
No, I just have to wait for Meryl to wake him up. This is an unskippable cutscene, always. I don't know why. It's probably like the only one in the game, maybe. You can't skip.
Yeah. That and
there might be. There's probably like 2 or 3.
Big Boss.
So, yeah.
Big Boss when he's sitting by the grave.
This is kind of pointless. I don't know why this is unskippable, to be honest, because there's nothing important here other than him turning off some lasers.
Yeah. Not even close to being important.
Yeah. So, and then they just drop down.
Yep. We're gonna actually hit him though.
Yeah.
Come on.
It interrupts his voice line. Otherwise, he stands there and says a voice line before he jumps. A waste of time.
Yeah.
This room, just waiting for a bulldozer to come in. There'll be like 3 frogs. Take them out. Look away from the stuns and then easy. 4 frogs. Yeah, miss one. Auto aim. Easy done.
Okay, I was like, I don't think we missed one here.
And that's
good old
that's
rest.
Palace done. It's Palace done, yeah. Patron Palace. On to the final part of Act 1. Just got to make our way to a camp and then make our way through it. Pretty simple stuff. It's point A to point B again, which is going to be running through, taking out because it's liquid easy and it really doesn't matter if you take them out. The guards barely hit you.
Okay, time to head for the surface.
And it's not like we have, 16 rations.
Yeah, we just need
in
to.
case something goes bad.
We just need to, make our way as quickly as possible. Other difficulties, yeah, you have to employ some few handful of strats that allow you to get through with minimal HP loss and things like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is also an unskippable cutscene.
Oh yeah.
I guess there's a lot more going on in this one, but I still don't understand why this is unskippable as well.
Which is so funny because in the first act, obviously where we're at right now, there's a part where you can skip the tanker. And then you just get another cutscene where, sorry, you can skip this tanker, but we'll let you skip the first one.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, just point A, point B. Other difficulties, you'd have to throw a couple of smokes and things like that to block their guard vision, especially if you're on like the hardest difficulty. If you want to go for the big boss, you could throw a couple of smokes here to block the PMC's vision. Obviously, we're not worried about that. Plus, with the big boss mask, anybody that's in front of you that sees you will just cower anyway. So it's free. Just walk through. Just gotta roll off the top here and drop down. Almost at the end of Act 1.
Yeah. Woo!
It's been alright so far. I think Act 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely no true hiccups from them.
There you go. Coward in fear.
Oh.
It's such a like OP face mask.
Oh yeah, we got the beautiful auto aim. We're not cheating, I promise. It's a game mechanic.
Yeah, it's true. It might actually be the best auto aim in the series.
Yeah.
Because the other ones do have a like rate of failure. Sometimes the auto aim in the other Metal Gear games doesn't always lock on properly. But MGS4 is pretty good at locking on. And there we go. That's Act 1. This is a cutscene that you just skip and then you go straight onto the mission briefing for Act 2.
Yeah. Oh no,
Act 2.
1920.
In new game, if you were just doing new game, like if you were brand new to the run and you needed a save and things like that, you would have to play a little bit differently because you need to get enough Drebin points to buy specific weapons for the run. You need like you need points for things like a railgun and the M80, whatever it is, A2 or something, which is just a shoulder-mounted Barrett, 50 caliber that you need to make the run easier. Like it's just for boss fights. Just like a super strong weapon, so same as the railgun. So you'd be employing like you wouldn't be running around getting too many alerts because that reduces your Drebin points. But obviously we're playing New Game Plus, and we don't need that because Twilight has a save with million credits plus on it. So.
Oh yeah,
and he already has the weapons.
Speaking of those weapons, we're about to swap to them.
Yep. Like Twilight said in the beginning, a lot of menu optimizations is the main thing. It's just because you actually, in this game, as you saw, you actually have to go into a menu to pick your weapons. They don't just go straight into an inventory set of inventory sliders. You get like 5, 6 weapons, and you have to swap out in a menu. So a little bit different to the older games. So it's about
right here. Boom.
Yep.
Done.
Boom. There we go. It's about getting to the page quickly that the weapons are situated on, and then selecting them and getting straight out of the menu and back into getting through the level. So this is Act 2. It's pretty much, again, point A to point B. There's not much to it in Liquid Easy. Kind of just running through these like rocky jungle area.
Yeah.
You know.
And then right there where we shot the guard, we grabbed that caution just so that, one, obviously we don't go into alert so that we don't get shot, but it's the movement of the guards when it happens. So then you can just have more of a linear path. Disc.
Sorry about this, folks. We are once again just going to drop into an intermission and see if we can get this resolved. Welcome back, folks. We are ready to continue with this Metal Gear Solid 4 run. Hopefully we won't run into any more issues. We have made some adjustments, so let's continue. When you're ready, Twilight, go for it.
Here we go again. Fast count, 3, 2, 1.
Back into it. Tech team doing the best they can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Shout outs to the tech team. Back into Act 2. Like I said, point A to point B, running past people right now. Not much to do in this for quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Still really towards the end of the run of this act. Is there anything to do? This is just running through these pathways.
Run through a lot of codec skips.
Yeah.
Similar to Act.
Act 1.
You really don't. Yeah, similar to Act 1, just pretty much get there, boss fight, and then a little more fun towards the end. But
yeah,
for now, pretty much like Theory said, point A to point B, not much you can do.
Yeah, the first half of this game is not. There's not much to it in terms of like actually doing anything. It's point A to point B for most of the things. Auto scroller, whatever, stuff like that. Obviously, that just depends on the difficulties you're doing. Higher difficulties require you to do a little bit more, but it's really not that much more. It's just taking it careful in certain areas because, obviously, more damage, things like that. Snake doesn't have as much resistance to getting shot at. I should say. You also don't get like a million rations to use on high difficulties, so if you needed to heal.
Who gave me all these rations?
Yeah.
So right here, we're gonna swap some weapons over. Railgun, and then our sniper, and then we're gonna shoot this guy so we can get out of this man's sight line, hopefully.
Yep, distract him. There we go.
Got him.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
That'll never not make me laugh. Just
yeah,
trying to get through users.
They just scream and run off and hide in the corner. It is funny.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that counts as non-lethal as well. Like, so this game has, you can see this game has like a credit system where you buy weapons, buy ammo, things like that. When you kill an enemy, their gun is worth like half what it's normally worth in terms of credits. When you take someone out non-lethally, when they just drop their gun, or if you just hold them up and things like that, you get the full amount. And so there are like ways to make more money. If you needed more money, you could hold some people up and things like that. But I'm pretty sure when they just like drop a gun, they just well, there you go. Third time's a charm. It kind of reminds me of the MGS3 long roll. It's like risky. Do you go for it? Do you run? Do you go for the long run?
Okay, I couldn't back down after that point.
Committed to it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta, you know.
Yeah, and we're gonna be safe about that guard. Usually, you can run and then dodge a little bit to left. We're gonna be safe. we're just gonna shoot him, take him out right then and there. All right, so right here, like you said with the reputation system, this is kind of where it comes handy because coming up here, we're gonna see yet another tank because apparently there's an infinite amount of supplies of tanks that they own, and as long as we help them, they won't shoot back at us.
Yeah. Yeah, bulldozer in here. It's actually a pretty tanky bulldozer as well.
Yeah.
Upcoming funniest, one of the funniest parts of or mini cutscenes in this game, if you can get it correctly. Yeah, this guy just gets slammed by the bulldozer every time. Every time. I'm pretty sure there's also I'm pretty sure there's also I've seen a cutscene where I think the rebel guy walks into the door and then gets slammed with a bulldozer as well. There's like 3 of them get slammed, including an hour.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, actually. mansion, so we just gotta get to the roof, and then we go to this underground tunnel to get to the boss fight.
To go meet yet again another old friend of ours.
Yep.
But friend is a very, very loose term for this person.
Yeah. We gotta go meet Dr. Naomi. Yeah, friend is a loose term. She's like, I don't know, like she's like a quadruple agent, but not really. She's basically just a double agent the whole time, but she plays both sides because she's out for her own like reasons and things like that. Technically,
we're really oblivious about it too.
You know, spoilers. Don't want to spoil it for anybody. I mean, the game's been out for like, decades now, so she is kind of a good person. Like, she is on your side. She's just playing both sides because she has her own agenda along with, the whole agenda.
Yeah, good intentions just went about it the wrong way. Yeah, pretty much.
So this is the little start before the boss fight. He needs to take out basically 4 frogs. There's 2, and then he's going to wait for these other 2 to jump in.
Perfect.
There we go.
I wanted them.
And then easy. And then we start the boss fight. Boss fight is basically pretty straightforward, but it's a little bit RNG, a little bit whether she spawns or appears in the right spot. It's gonna hit her with a railgun. The rip, that'll do a good chunk of damage. And she's gonna decide to move, and that's unfortunate. Missing the shot,
and
yeah.
That railgun is going wonky.
Yeah. Now she's balled up, so we have to wait because she can't do anything when she's like that. That's an unfortunate start. Basically, you would hit her with a railgun, and that would kind of set her up to just immediately go into like a transition where she just basically teleports around this entire building to different spots, and she jumps out the window. That's even more unlucky.
Huh?
Yeah. And that apparently didn't connect. I guess she had an iframe there when she jumped.
There. Okay.
That hit her. There we go. That's there we're on it. That's what we wanted off the start. That's just an unfortunate, we just didn't get it. Twilight didn't manage to hit, miss the first shot.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah,
The thing about boss fights in this game, even in the easiest difficulty, is they're not hard in this difficulty, but if you don't set them up right, they can get away from you. So you have to, look around for her. Okay, this is fine. It's in the right spot.
I can get on the flip back to my old room.
Yeah.
We did.
Basically, he's trying to get her to sit, there are specific ways you can get her to move to the rooms you want her in, the closest areas. There she is. And then there are certain things like this where she always, comes through that window at this point, for the most part. And she's going to transfer into Naomi. Oh. And then this railgun shot should finish her off. As long as Twilight connects it. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I mean, you brought it back.
Yeah, I brought it back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was a rough fight.
Yeah, it does get... The boss fights, like I said, they can get away from you a little bit if you're not too careful. If you, miss shots and things like that. Because they're kind of all set up the way we want them set up. And then they're just going to dodge. Normally, they don't dodge twice. You can usually catch them on the second shot, but they do always, usually always dodge the first shot, no matter what.
First run. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. If you're on New Game Plus and you wanted their camos or their face masks, you can get all the face masks. You have to non-lethally do them, which we normally just switch to a master key on the M4 and knock them out. But we don't need any in here. Because we got the best one in the game. As you can see, we've been wearing it for long.
Sadly, this is the last time we'll be seeing it.
Yeah. Have no need for it from here on out.
So right here, they took Naomi, quote unquote, took her. And now we have to follow a path where normally you can see it with a solid eye, but since we're speedrunning it, we already know the path where she's going.
Yeah. When I first played this game, I literally spent hours at this point trying to figure out where she went, because I knew you could see the solid eye and stuff, but they're not that easy to see. The footprints aren't that easy to see, and it's very confusing if you don't know where you're supposed to be going.
No.
And then when you figure it out, it's like, as soon as you get to the river, you know you've figured out the first half of it. Yeah.
This is what we mean by the footsteps right
Yeah,
here.
like, and Otacon giving you hints and things like letting you like to tell you like, oh, what you need to be looking for, basically stuff like that. What you should be looking for, but it's still confusing the first time you play this game.
Yeah.
But just hers.
But like Twilight said, we don't need it. Like, it's quite easy once you know where you're going. You just run the route. Once again, a point A to point B. Like, not much here. A couple of PMCs in the way. Nothing too major.
Yeah, nothing that the good old auto aim can't take care of.
Yeah. And then we actually get into like probably the most action part of Act 2.
Yeah.
Where we get to sit on top of a APC. Or as this game calls it, an MGS. What they call them, an MGS. But
I wonder where exactly they were going with that, and
yeah,
if that was intentional. I'm guessing obviously it's Kojima.
Yeah.
But probably was definitely intentional.
Imagine referencing your own game inside your own game.
40. Boy. Oh.
No. I think it's back up, but
No, I have nothing on my end. Timer got paused.
yeah, I think tech is on it. We're back.
And we're back.
Super unfortunate. With all these tech issue dropouts for some reason.
Yeah, I don't understand. What's... I can't see these BMC soldiers.
But yeah, this is the part of this act that has the most for you to do. Basically, just up here, shooting the whole time, destroying everything, killing everything to progress. This section. This is the final section, pretty much. There is a little bit at the end of this, where just for a little bit, point A to point B. This is the real final actual section. You have to be careful of these guys. As you saw, that guy was hanging off the back there. The PMCs are like in a zombified state, and they will climb on top. So you have to be somewhat quick about getting each section to progress.
Hopefully one of these geckos can hit him off, because he can end up being really annoying really quick.
Because they will climb up and they will knock you off the gun. You get basically stuck into a scuffle fight with the PMCs, and then they basically take you off the gun, which obviously means you don't progress this section as quickly as you'd like to. Looks like we're okay right now.
I think he took him off of it.
Yeah, hopefully. Just needs to kill this gecko over here. A couple of these geckos and it should.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no.
He did not take him off. He did not take him off.
That's exactly what we
That's
didn't
the
want to
last one
happen.
anyway.
Yeah. There we go. That's unfortunate. Don't lose like loads of time, but you
No.
lose enough.
You basically don't. You know, you start losing time once you start hearing Otacon pretty much say, there's another Q line he says with the gecko. But you want to try to get that beforehand, but getting hit by a PMC several times. But we don't have to worry about PMCs anymore because they're about to get hit off.
Yep. There we go. And then you're never really in an area long enough to get any more on you. So basically he's got to destroy this gate, and he's going to shoot it with a railgun. Pretty sure it's quicker. The railgun does more damage compared to the turret. We used to shoot it with the turret for a long time, I believe. We shot with a turret, and then I guess just figured out the railgun is just as fast and does a lot more damage. So. And there we go. That's it.
Right.
Just like to shoot the game.
And now we do nothing this cutscene.
Yeah.
This is the definition of a glorified cutscene. That obviously, when you have higher difficulties, you're doing more here, but pretty much it's hands-free right here.
Yeah, on this difficulty, you just don't have to do anything here because they basically don't hit you that much anyway. They got bad accuracy, and you don't actually have to kill any to progress this section. He just constantly keeps going, regardless of what you're doing.
Oh man.
And then we'll be on the final section of this act, which is just a little point A to point B through a marketplace that's being destroyed by geckos. And maybe we'll get a little surprise at the end. Maybe we can catch a leg sweep into the trigger.
I got a little swag. We should get a little swag at this point.
You can if you time it right. There's a gecko right that drops down right in front of you just as you reach the trigger to end the act into the final cutscene, and it does a leg sweep. It like sweeps the floor and kicks all over the boxes and destroys them. And you can run into it and then get knocked into the trigger, and it's just it's funny. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it makes no difference, but you know.
No, it's
just swag stuff.
One of those hilarious moments of you watch someone get slammed and then you yourself get slammed.
It kind of reminds me of Nick got slapped by Meryl in MGS1 into the trigger. It kind of reminds me of that with TTS. Just like doesn't really do much, but it's still funny.
Right.
Ha! I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's
right
it's
here,
along the same lines.
cutscene.
Yep.
Oh. Run, run, run.
Riding's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make
Yeah.
an escape.
Actually, I should
I'm
preface.
gonna go for the leg sweep.
Yeah. Should preface. This is all running on emulator, so that's why it's running way smoother than it ever did on PS3. Because anybody that's ever played this on actual hardware will know this game runs like 15 FPS. That's unfortunate. Almost. But yeah, you just get hit by that leg and it knocks Snake into the trigger.
Alright, there's Act 2.
Yeah, this game runs like 15 FPS for the most part on hardware, even though it's set at 30. The PS3 can barely run it. And hopefully it'll get re-released in Master Collection Volume 2, and it'll actually be good and run at 60. Because if the emulator can do it, there's no reason why it can't run at 60 anyway.
Yeah, and I was about to start guessing why. I was trying to deduct all the reasons why we're having technical difficulties, and it probably is because of the emulator. Like, it probably has nothing to do with connection. Like, granted, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it really does not matter how powerful your PC is. Some emulators can just be CPU based, and it can be try and take up the high usage. And I was just like, man, that probably could be a thing. And I can't adjust that on the fly, sadly. Nor would I need to. But what can you do? All right, like we said, if you have time on your hands right now to go grab a drink, go grab some food. You might want to go grab lunch, breakfast, dinner, wherever you're located. We're going to be here for quite a while, and it's just going to be a lot of walking. But first, we're going to set our ammo to cry, and this is where, yes, there's a lot of walking, but there's a lot of comedy to this area too, because we'll show you what happens when we shoot this gun at a PMC. But here's our resistance member that is supposed to be taking us to our next area that we need to follow. Oh, and let's see if we can save 20 seconds here.
Taking a stroll after curfew? Something's
Just
up, Snake.
look, just go right. We'll be fine. I think he's going right. I think he's going right. I think we save time. And we can actually just stand right here. He will not see us. Time saved. Time saved, time saved, time saved. And flip. Do. Do. The music is catchy. All right, let's get our first instance of Crime Simulator.
Yeah. This game has 4 unique ammos to tranquilize the weapons. They're all like 4 emotions. Basically, they're the emotions of the bosses, the 4 female bosses. I'm pretty sure Cry might be the strongest, though, in terms of like usefulness. You don't really use the other ones, but Cry is pretty useful. Non-lethal. Makes them cry. Drops all their stuff on the floor, and they just sit there and cry for all eternity.
I'd cry too if I was a PMC.
Yeah. True. There is a rage one that's quite funny if you're just messing around. You can basically shoot it, and it makes PMCs just absolutely rage out and attack their teammates and swing at them, shoot them, but it's not really useful.
If the time wasn't what it was,
yeah,
I probably, these 2 guards coming up, I would have shot it just for laughs and giggles, and just see them duke it out.
But yeah, this is as you said, walking simulator. I hate this act. It is the most annoyingly pointless act ever.
It's a reoccurring theme up until Act 4.
Yeah.
Of boring as heck first half, more exciting second half.
Yeah.
But luckily, we won't have to worry about that in 4 and 5, because it's just not. You're gonna run into something back to back to back every time. I do not want to run that way.
Yeah, you want to be on the hill here.
Yeah.
This guy decides to see 2 PMCs over here, and then he goes and, relieves himself by a bush. So it takes even longer. It's like this section's already long enough, and the game decides to extend it. Like
snake crawl. Snake crawl. Snake crawl. Like, it's really just a dead time of the game.
Yeah, there's actually like nothing. This is where. Yeah. This is the whole thing of like, if you're on your own doing commentary for like 2 hours, like this is such a downtime in the run.
It's a painful part, because you just want to sit there and just be like, nope. It's one of those nope parts, because this is, I forget the timing of it. I want to say 20. This whole act is like 20-30 minutes, where you only get 5 minutes of maybe action.
Yeah, and it's towards the end, then.
Yeah, and half of it's an auto scroller, pretty much.
Yeah, on higher difficulties, yeah, this section even on higher difficulties is almost the same. Like, you just have to be a little bit more careful about things. But other than that, like, it's basically one for one regardless. The ending where you get into a bike chase on the ending of this act, that is different. High difficulties obviously require you to actually shoot people because you die. You don't get a lot of health, well, you get the same amount of health, but you don't have the same kind of damage resistance. Enemies do a lot more damage, and it's very easy to get killed on the bike chase. Obviously, this difficulty.
Wait. We have no use of the signal input, so we're just gonna switch it to syringe already.
Yep.
Get it out of the way.
You'd only ever use that if you were like playing the game for the first time and you didn't know. It basically just tells you where to find this guy, but we all know where he goes anyway. So I mean, he takes the same route every time for the most part.
Let's go. Resistance member.
Yeah, it is Caro. It is Twilight Sniping. This game's Twilight Sniping, but it's even worse. This Twilight Sniping is quick in comparison. Twilight Sniping is like 5 minutes, and this is 10.
Yeah, I mean the next part of this, I think what cracks me up about this part of the run is that like part 1 of this walk is decent, and you're just like, okay, it's a bit slow. I can understand it. Phase 2, second phase, it's a clean walkthrough. Shoot one guard.
Yeah.
You're done in a minute. And then you get into the really long one, and you're just like, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here.
Yeah. But it's alright, because the next act is actually going to be everyone's favourite act. Anybody that's ever played this game or seen this game played, everybody loves Act 4. For obvious reasons, you'll see coming up.
Majestic.
And Act 5 is like pretty good because it's the last act and it's just pure action. It's the finale.
Yeah, top.
So.
With how everything's been going, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Act 5 is like just stunningly good from top deck on.
Hopefully.
Yep, so right here, once again, pretty straightforward, except this time there's 4 PMCs. We don't have to even shoot them, look at them.
Yeah.
It's pretty, I'm guessing in higher difficulties they'll see you.
Yeah, you
I
do
don't
have to.
know. Or
I'm
is
pretty
it
sure. Actually, I don't know if you take any of them out in high difficulties. I think you can just sneak by, or you distract them or something. You do something. I can't remember. I haven't seen MGS4 like high difficulty runs in a while.
And for my next trick,
Unfortunately, there's not that many runners for MGS4 as it is, so there's even less for the hardest difficulty. It's a long game. Like it's not an easy game to get hold of. Obviously, like now, only recently has it been possible to run it on emulator on RP3. Like, it is not. It's very demanding, and it's only now becoming more available to any systems, let alone high end. Like, really, to get the best experience, you do need a higher end system. And when I say high end, like it is actually like you need a really good CPU and pretty much a good GPU to hold 60 frames for the most part.
oh yeah, and Schmuck is right. That's why I thought it was beauty camo.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, beauty camo. Yeah.
And they don't see you.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched a high difficulty run.
Dope, 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 bope, bope.
PMCs in this game, just like every enemy in Metal Gear, are really dumb and stupid, because in the next section, this guy's going to put on a disguise, and his helmet, so it's obviously not, he's not actually wearing, he's got a makeshift PMC outfit. So it's not, they haven't stolen one and given it to him. They've made one out of like just all kinds of different things. His helmet is a bike helmet. Like a natural push bike helmet, and somehow the PMCs are like, "Yep, no, that checks out."
He's our commander.
There's literally bits of his uniform falling off, like, and they're like, "Nah, looks good." I mean, it does look similar. It's not like it's out of place, but this guy's uniform is falling apart, and the PMCs are just
PMC
like
meets pizza delivery man. The fanny pack. I forget all about the fanny pack. it really does bring the whole thing of genome soldiers, PMCs, all that to a whole, like, you employ these guys and they're just as stupid as the games get.
Yeah,
Like
and
MGS3, they were smart, and then something happened chronologically where
even worse is the PMCs in this should be a lot smarter because they're all on the ID system. They're all got nano machines and everything else in them. They're all like juiced up as well, so they're like supposed to be PMCs, and they're supposed to have like increased reflexes and all that stuff like that. And they're supposed to be like the best, really. At this point, they should be better than things like genome soldiers and stuff because they would have perfected that technology.
there's a problem when Johnny's the best. It's not to say like
and he doesn't even have the nano
strong.
machines. He doesn't have any of them. You find out that's why he goes through. That's why he has so many issues. Is because he never took them.
And luckily, they're good issues.
Yeah, like there's a good reason he didn't take them. So.
I've heard what the exact reason is.
It's because, well, story-wise or lore-wise, it's because he has to, like, in the end, like, he ends up saving Meryl and stuff. If he had the nano machines, he'd be incapacitated like the rest of them. Like, everybody gets incapacitated when the AI gets, when you start taking the AI off and stuff like that. And it gets corrupted and things like that. So, everybody else gets incapacitated because they're all on the system with the nano machines, where Johnny doesn't, so he's able to move freely. Same as Snake. Snake has, well, he suppresses his nano machines, and he has older ones anyway that are not on the system.
Oh, yeah.
And that, he's scared of needles. That's the actual reason. Like, yeah, he always avoided it. But that's what the game tells you, but the story-wise is because he needs to have the plot armor, and his plot armor is not having nano machines. He needs to be available to save the world with Snake.
There's a lot of people that hate his plot armor. I love it, man. I love it.
I mean, yeah, because considering it came from...
But...
He came from MGS1, and he was like a nobody. Like, it was a throwaway character for a laugh. That was literally what it was. He was Johnny the Jailgun. A throwaway character. And then he becomes, you know... best guy.
Johnny's redemption arc in the chat. His redemption arc, if you really think about it, wasn't 2. When he lets Emma just go. Don't tell anybody. Here you go. I need to read more into his lore and his background just to figure out if he was just a guy that was there. It was just dragged along for the ride. Because he's so nice in 1, he's so nice in 2. His, not grandfather, right? Grandfather or father?
Yeah, it's not his father, I think it's his grandfather.
Yeah, his grandfather's nice, like... he's...
In MGS3, yeah. It's actually super funny in MGS3 because you can tell it's him because, or his family line, because in MGS3 he has the J on his balaclava. It's the little J for Johnny the Jailgun.
I will never understand it. It's like they got drafted to the war, and like when those roles existed, and they're like, "You're getting drafted," and he's like, okay. Sounds fun." Finds out it's not fun. Tries 1,000 ways to get out. I just don't understand. I'm guessing, and I understand it's because of the the beautiful plot armor we've given them. Why those whole games they never killed him. Like, especially when Ocelot just sees it and he's just like, and just walks away like nothing. And then lets him go be a good guy. I think the funny thing would have been if he played dumb so much, and then in MGS4 he's just helping them all out and lure, like he's the lure, not Naomi. That would have been chef's kiss right there. He's like, "Oh yeah, you guys thought I was stupid?" All right, they're about to get up here momentarily, and we have time in the world, so let's go put them back to sleep. Or not.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
We're right at the end here anyway.
Yeah, we're we're just kind of playing around at this point because we. There you go. There's one. Yeah. Oh, 2 of them are fine. All right, now we'll sit here.
Wait for this guy to go into the corner. He's going to get rid of his disguise and then move 2 feet to the other side to go to the church, and then we'll
Use extra caution.
be on the bike chase.
And once again, we'll just do a little snake crawl. Snake crawl. Are we close enough? Okay, I was like, are we close enough for that cutscene? Alright, and a lot of 5 cutscenes to skip here. Then we'll get a save boss. And then 3 more cutscenes to skip.
Yeah. This game is a movie more than it's a game. I mean, it had the world record for the longest like credit scene. Basically, like the complete ending scene is just a movie in its own, let alone the rest of the game. And then I'm pretty sure it was beat by Death Stranding, so another game from Kojima. Like,
Shocker.
builds this game, gets world record for longest ending scene, and then builds another game, different studio, this time his own studio, but same developer, same director, beats the credit scene world record.
All right.
Yeah, this is Driving Simulator 2024. You literally do basically nothing in this difficulty because you just don't take damage the way you do in any other difficulty. Which is unfortunate because
anything.
No, you don't. As far as I'm aware, I don't think because you don't need to shoot anything to progress.
Nope.
It's just she constantly drives on a rail. If this was on like anything from hard and above, and you weren't shooting, Twilight might be dead here. We wasn't doing anything, but we're not on there. So. Sit here and watch basically a long cutscene.
Yeah. Another glorified cutscene.
I suppose we can talk about the upcoming part, which is the boss fight. After this, we get Raven in it.
3 damage.
Whatever her name is, Crying Raven, Flying Raven,
Raging Raven.
Raging Raven. Yeah.
Raging Raven, Crying Wolf.
I never remember the
Screaming Manus.
the names. Yeah, I never remember the names. Like,
Dang.
no offense, most unoriginal bosses you've ever seen anyway. So, in comparison to the rest of the series, which, you know, I get. I mean, Kojima didn't particularly want to do this game and kind of forced to. So I get, like, I haven't really spent loads of time on everything. But yeah, Raging Raven will be coming up after this whole cutscene. And then that'll be Act 3. Auto aim. See, look how good the auto aim is in this game.
Man. Look, I didn't even have to look. No scope.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he still misses a few shots here and there, but like, he's like aimbot. Snake's for an old age, you know, for a man in his old age, he's snapping on fools.
All the swag.
Oh yeah, you had to get the slow-mo shot in there. Kojima's a big film fan, so got to throw in the classic film tropes. Get that slow-mo action shot.
Woo! Alright.
She's telling you to watch the right. You gotta watch the right.
Not watching nothing.
And there we go.
My mom can't tell me what to do.
All these frogs jumping around. Not really doing much though, because I mean, look at this. Like, we're on the easiest difficulty. The van has taken 0 damage. Like, literally 0 damage. If there you go. It took some damage there. That was the first time it's taken damage this this whole section.
Let's give it some extra damage. No.
Higher difficulties, like you get like 2 seconds before the van's on like no HP. Like you've really got to be on the ball on the higher difficulties with this section. And that is
Here comes 3 damage. Yeah. Now we no longer have the van and we're getting chased down.
Yeah, now you two on the bike chased down by Raven and the drones or whatever, the flying drones that they have.
The decoy vans have all bitten the dust, which means the enemy will be focusing on
Still, once again, not really much to do.
to hold them off a little
Nope.
longer.
You can shoot them if you want. It's not a big deal.
I'm just shooting her.
Yeah, If she started the fight with lower health HP, that would be like, it would actually be decent and worth it, but I don't think she does.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I thought she does. She does.
Maybe she does. I don't think she does though. I'm pretty sure. Schmarkle would know. He's in the chat. Schmarkle can let us know. Schmarkle.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does. She does. Okay, she does. I didn't think she did. I couldn't remember. I haven't played this game in forever, and I used to shoot. To be honest, when I played this game, I wasn't running it. This was years ago when it like first came out, and I just shot everything because that's what you do in this section when you're not speedrunning and you know that you don't have to do anything. You can't just shoot everything. You don't know what to expect. So, and I mean, who pays attention to that stuff anyway when you're just casually playing?
Not I.
Most people don't.
Alright. Usually I hit her with the GL because my VZ auto-aim is cursed.
Damn. Yeah, Scorpion. There's only 2 games this gun features in. This game and MGS 3. I don't think it's in any other game. It's not in MGS 5. And it's not in any of the other older ones. So yeah, I think it's 2 games in the series that this specific gun features in. Once again, I just sat here waiting for her to drive to the exit, waiting for Big Mama Eva to get us to the checkpoint that we need to be at.
Right on.
Yeah, you tell him, Otacon.
This might be the first game that he's like, I don't know. In 2, you don't really do
Really
much. Anyway.
cheesy?
It's just, well, it's super over the top cheesy, but that's expected anyway. But no, this might be the first like game in the series where he's a little bit more involved. Most of the time, like in 2, he's just Codex, but he's not really that involved. And, like he doesn't really talk that much. This game, he's a little bit more. Yeah, but what I mean is like, this one he seems like he's stepped up a bit. Like they've changed his character a little bit. He's been doing it for a little bit with Snake, so it's like almost like he's actually involved in a lot of like action stuff more than. The other times he was just like a support person that you would codec and talk to. You see him a lot more in this.
Now we have our support. Oh wait, hold on. Boom.
Boom, all these drones.
Alright.
So,
Yep.
down the steps. Should not too far actually. This is pretty much like near the ending of this section. It's not far from the ending, if I remember correctly.
Just down this
Yeah.
downstairs through the road. We're gonna try to get some more shots in. Let me see.
God, nice camera angle that you have to use. Like,
He's auto in.
literally just a bike in front of your face. There we go.
There we go.
Now we're on the boss fight.
We lost them.
Hi, Raven. Alright, I was talking about this all practice. Let's
Yeah, you need to. You can loop her, right? You need to keep her in a somewhat of a loop. I think you can keep her.
well, I
way.
can finish her just off the start
Okay.
with the railgun. I just have to
Charge it up. Yeah.
Otherwise you're gonna see me snipe a lot.
I might be thinking of
My
like
railgun
high
is here.
difficulties. I think in higher difficulties you need to loop her. Or whatever.
Got her.
Nice. That makes up for the first boss, missing that shot. Getting this one, because this is a way harder shot as well when you think about it. Like,
It's a
harder.
way harder shot.
Yeah. So that makes up for the first boss at least.
Snake.
I don't think I have my sniper on.
Watch out. She's
It don't matter.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I do need it on though. Coming up. I guess I could railgun to Act 4. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge and get there. With the
Yeah,
gecko.
you'd probably be better off with the sniper though. Depends.
Absolutely. Alright, cutscene
Act
simulator.
4. So finally on to an act that actually has more to it. And also probably most people's favourite act, as you'll see coming up, for obvious reasons. Like, who doesn't like this act? Because it's like a throwback to a classic. I mean, you can't beat Act 4. This is the act that everybody looks forward to. You play 3 acts of nothing to get to here. Oh, it's all for this. Like, even Act 5 doesn't matter. It's all for this.
Now for the meat and potatoes of the game.
Yeah, it's literally all for this.
It only takes you an hour plus to get to the good part.
Yeah. Of course.
All right. Let's get back into our. Whew. Our right thumb is getting a lot of work in on this pause button today.
Yeah, a lot of cutscenes. Like I said, this game's more of a movie. It's just not really a game, per se.
Oh no, where'd the game go? What the dog doing?
Oh.
What? Oh no. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I mean, I'm just as shocked as you are. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
See.
This is not the game we're supposed to be playing. Hey, I remember this trip.
See, had everyone fooled.
Yeah, fooled. We're actually playing MGS1. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
This is not.
Not again. I would say you could switch games part way. Me.
Boom. Back into MGS4. Just in case anybody was unaware, that was intended. The game's supposed to do that.
It crashes on purpose. This chair today is not doing me any favors.
Yeah, so with that little intro, you can guess what's coming up. We are back in Shadow Moses.
The heliport is to the west of there.
Arguably the best
West, and find
act
that
in the
heliport.
game.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna take on the. Where are you?
M82A2, that's what it is. I did get it right. Or no, I said M80. M82.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh no, it saw me. Be ashamed if I see ya.
Yeah, just run past them. Then boom. Into the heliport. Now, if you were playing this casually, you could go to all the different spots and get the flashbacks.
Looks like the front hangar door is
You know, with the camera,
You can
things
get in
like, you
that
know,
way if you want.
surveillance camera. The classic.
Don't touch me. Don't.
But we're just going to run through here. I'm actually surprised this M1 Abrams is still here. But hey, I guess they didn't need it. So,
No, not at all.
here's the canyon. Slightly different layout. Because, you know, you're talking about a game that was made in 1998 and a game that was made in, like, late 2000s. So they could, you know, do a little bit more with the graphics and things, so the layout's slightly different. But the base is pretty much the same, because there's not that much difference. The only difference here that we'll see is there is an elevator where there was never an elevator in the original game. in any version of the original game, this or Twin Snakes, they just put an elevator for convenience in this one because you have to take an alternate.
Is it the one after Crying Wolf?
Yeah, it's the one in the blast furnace. It's in the corner, in it. Like that's not there ever in any version of the game previously, in the original or the TTS remake. But they put it here because the story's like you can't take the original way out. The cargo elevator isn't there or doesn't work anymore. You have to take this alternate route that only exists in this version. So we're gonna make our way to Otacron's lab. Gonna power some stuff up. Yeah, gotta punch in a code to unlock his computer. I mean, this is just pure nostalgia. I remember getting to this point, playing this game, and being like, "Oh, this is so good." Such a throwback.
Yeah, definitely seeing it from a speedrunner's perspective now, and I'm like just running through the rooms. I'm like, man, I know where I'm going. It's nostalgic, but it doesn't feel the same when you're just like running through the room, even though we're getting our first flashback here.
Yep. Also, the scale of the rooms is so much bigger in this than the original because like it's just the different engine and everything for it. So it's like in comparison to the original.
Terry, do you remember the code?
I don't actually remember any of them. Legit, I don't remember any of them.
Me neither.
There is one you get Drebin points and a few other things you can do, and then there's the actual code. But yeah,
42060.
It should open now.
But it's faster to not punch it in, isn't it? Whenever you get one less cutscene on.
Oh,
boom! Perfect shot. This is actually one of the sections where, if you're on new game, you actually do need to get hold of the 50 cal because it makes this section way faster. Like, if you don't have the 50 cal, which sometimes happens, like you know, you can have bad runs where you just don't get here and it takes a little bit longer. That's all on this next part. But one shot with the 50 cal, as you see, straight, clean, lays them out.
Take the stairs down and go to the north door. I'll open it for you with the Mark III.
Coming up are one of two menu optimizations that I don't like. Because I fumble it just a little bit, but not this time. Not at Pixel.
Also, not sure how this gecko fits in this elevator, but I guess they can crouch and stuff. They are like.
I don't understand how the gecko fits the weight capacity.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, that's true. Like, I know it's like a big elevator and it's like a cargo, almost like a smaller cargo elevator, but like, yeah, I don't know how they do that either.
Alright.
You'll have to distract the gecko so they don't spot it.
Alright, so right here we'll pretty much dismiss every gun except for the operator coming up.
Yeah. Next is next boss fight is coming up basically. We're in the snowfield.
Yeah, we're gonna throw a lot of items on to get us prepared for the next area after that. But first, gotta get through that ain't Sniper Wolf. Alright, here we go.
This is a fight that Twilight can't afford to not get the strap for, because if he does, she basically just runs around and it becomes a hide and seek fest. If he gets the strap though, then he doesn't have to worry because you basically just hit her with 3 shots and she's done. Basically, what he's gonna do, he's gonna throw a smoke at her to basically like block her vision, and it just basically distracts her the whole time, like keeps her locked in the smoke. And then he's gonna hit her with 3 shots. I'm pretty sure, right? It's 3 shots, and then that should be done straight up from there. He's got to find her first. I think she's always in the same spot, right?
I think she's always in the same spot with with Liquid Easy in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll run right here.
Basically, it's going to come down to a smoke throw. He needs to land this smoke right. If not, you'll know immediately, like when she just decides to dip out.
Oh, she tried to dip out.
Yeah, she tried. Nice. That was close. But you got it. That's good. See, that's how quick the fight can be. If he didn't get that, if she dipped, like it's so much time lost. It's unreal.
All right, and flash warning coming up.
Nice. Just grenaded her. Just stunned her.
Face. All right, skip right here.
Yep. There's a cool little thing you can do in the snowfield when you play casually. You can go to where Liquid's parachute is from the hind, from the first game when you take out the hind and it falls to the ground. Not sure how he parachutes out of a hind. I mean, I guess you could do it. You'd have to get out of the cockpit and then jump out of the cargo door with a parachute. But it's a helicopter, and helicopters tend not to carry parachutes for obvious reasons. Most people don't parachute out of them.
And I don't know what you're talking about, Theory. This elevator's always been here. I don't know what
I've never seen this elevator in my life, except for this game. This elevator was just randomly put in because they decided that it was like, oh, well, the base is decrepit and old, and we can't use the massive cargo elevator. It's like, so every other elevator works, but the cargo elevator doesn't. Like,
what about her?
I don't.
She might be a spy.
Also, I've never seen this alternate route in the original game. Where was the vent? Where's the vent you're gonna have to crawl through? I've never seen this stuff.
Oh, you know, just right. Okay, maybe I'm lying.
A lot of flashbacks, a lot of memories back here. That comes through. Pulling on the nostalgia heartstrings. Classic.
But I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Nuh-uh.
To be honest, I'm
so
surprised
right
this base isn't actually in use. I don't think in reality they would just dump it like this. I think they would just repurpose it or something. But...
Oh,
yeah,
get out of my way.
Load of geckos in this area. But just gonna get past them pretty much because it doesn't matter.
Right here, we'll get ready to throw a chaff.
Yeah, this whole new section didn't exist in the first game. It's literally just a casting facility, as it said there. So with the blast furnace being a thing in Shadow Moses, this is like their production line for that. They just cast stuff. Containers probably and things like that to house the nuclear weapons that were stored here. There we go.
Yeah, now we go back to a very familiar room
Those
again.
rooms are a little bit more difficult on higher difficulty, obviously. Chuck a chaff, yep. See, in this game we don't have like a million surveillance. Oh, that was close.
We're gonna throw a second one just to be safe.
We don't have a million surveillance cameras in this room anymore. Instead, we have a million of these little, like, I forget what they're called, the little drone things. Little rolling balls. They do have a name, but I can't remember what they're called.
I know.
On to Rex's hangar. So, anybody guesses on Palki? Yeah?
Yeah?
Nah, not in this game. So, we've got to fight Vamp. This guy never dies, by the way. 2 games, still alive. 2 fights in Ninjas 2, and then he's still here.
Oh, man. Whoa. Hey, man.
No,
Stab.
Yeah. Suppresses nanomachines.
Hey, a railgun. Where do we get that?
Boom. There we go. Now we basically just gotta stand here and wait for Raiden to fight Vamp while we destroy these suicide geckos or whatever, or like self-destructing geckos.
Suicide geckos. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they are actually called suicide geckos, aren't they? Yeah, not much this section, just sitting here shooting. Railgun one-shots them, so it's not... I mean, you could use the sniper here as well. I mean, you have to be a little bit more accurate to get one-shots. You have to get the head and that, but whereas the railgun is a lot more powerful.
Very OP.
It's the same railgun that Fortune has. It's literally Fortune's railgun. Which is a massive old thing. I mean, Jesus, look at it. But that's probably the size it would be if we could make a handheld personal railgun. You'd need a lot of magnets. A lot of energy and a lot of magnets, so it probably would be that big.
We jam out, chat.
Yeah, with this split screen weird camera thing that they decided to go with. While we watch Raiden destroy them.
Okay, there it is.
The first.
Okay, I did get it. I was like,
Nice.
There should be another one spawning down here.
There he is.
He dead.
Should be almost over, actually. Won't be long before he's finished with him.
Snake, be careful.
Boom. Oh, well, that actually went straight through. There we go. Damn, I was gonna say, how did that miss again?
Yeah, the same.
Six, there you go. Yeah, so Smoke will guess correctly. Guess correctly, 6. Yeah, God key, because we don't even get one. There ain't no rat. There ain't no key. Not this time round. Just a little bit longer.
He stays consistent.
Yeah. This fight should be almost done. Yeah.
Yep.
Raiden's just getting stabbed up, and then he, you know, makes it's a classic. It's a classic James Bond trope, I might add, where James Bond is like, you know, I mean, everybody knows who James Bond is. He's the hero, he's the spy. Gets into a fist fight with someone, gets beaten to a pulp, and then just makes a magical comeback where he just turns into a superhuman and starts destroying the person he's fighting. You see here, Raiden's just got. You think, oh damn, Raiden just got absolutely had. But, no.
It's right there.
There it is. Yeah, you want to focus them first, because no one needs a explodey boy in their face. The others, they're just normal geckos, so they don't really do much besides try to shoot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
oh, he decided to almost walk on him. Oh,
There we go.
And Vamp is
Just wanted to say hi.
dead. Actually dead this time, by the way. Because you already stabbed him with a syringe, so you suppressed his nanomachines, and that's what was keeping him going every time you know, when he got shot in the head and blown up and all these other things that you did in MGS2. But he's actually finally dead.
I really enjoy how he says "kill me," and Raiden's like, I mean, he kind of looks down for a second, like that was the plan.
Yeah. Reference to MGS1 there. At this height, it will kill even you. Liquid states on there. Rex fight.
All right, glorified cutscene. No, I'm kidding. A little.
Yeah.
All right, so
Now we get to play as Rex. What's left of it anyway?
mashing. We want to make sure we switch over to the missiles.
Yeah.
Before the fight.
This whole section is just dashing with Rex. Just dash to get through as fast as possible. And then onto the Ray, the classic, the penultimate fight, Rex versus Ray. Which is funny because Ray was developed as a Rex killer and yet loses to Rex because, you know, it's the original.
But it's amphibious theory.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still. Ray was mass produced. Rex wasn't. That's what makes Rex so strong. Is
one of a kind.
Yeah, it's one off. Ray was absolutely mass produced into oblivion, so it's not always a bad thing, but I just think in terms of the story, I guess the idea is because it was mass produced, it's not as great, right? So
Rex versus Shagohod, who wins?
Rex every time. The Shagard has nothing on any of these. I mean, even Ray destroys Shagard. These two walking tanks could just kick the thing over. I think the only thing the Shagard's going for it is it has the ability to launch. Well, they all have the ability to launch nuclear weapons, but it has. That's literally its only thing. The Shagard is it's just a battle tank with a ICBM launcher on it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you need to do it. I forget what the actual thing in this fight is, but there's a specific setup, right? You can get it in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it in one go.
So we'll shoot here. swap
Yeah.
over to a laser. And you have to take 5 steps if I remember correctly. So as he gets up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn, and fight's done.
Boom. Got it. Perfect. Look at that. Yeah, you're probably right, Jasper. I mean, yeah, most of the time when you go and mass produce stuff tends to be cheaper to make, right? Like, that's why they're able to mass produce it at the costs for them. So, yeah, probably not wrong. Which does in turn mean, obviously, not the best quality of things. And
I'm
that
gonna
is
never
Act 4.
understand. I will never understand how he survives that blast inside Ray.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, that's a high-powered laser.
Explosions.
But it's probably the same way that Snake survives it in MGS1 if you get hit by it. Like, doesn't get cut in half or anything. It just doesn't do anything to him. So,
No.
I mean, it's Metal Gear. Well, like, we know why he survives it because it's Metal Gear and he's got plot armor and a bunch of other stuff, and it's like fantasy crossed with reality.
Plot armor. Theme of this run: plot armor.
Yeah.
All right. My favorite act.
Act 5.
My favorite boss fight too.
Yeah, it is quite a short act, really. But that makes sense, the finale.
Yeah. So
You actually like this boss fight?
love it. Love it.
Yeah, I hate this boss fight.
I was gonna say I don't know if Nick can hear me. We could technically, to save some time, end it once we're done with the Ocelot fight. Once it fades when it fades out. So then we don't have to go through a bunch of skips, skip to skip to skip.
I mean, technically, that's where time would end anyway, I would say.
So right here, we're gonna put our master key on. Right here, we already have our chavs, so we need to get stuns. And where's our operator? I don't think we... Oh, whoa, we almost forgot. Do. Mantis doll.
Yep. Yeah, you need that doll to fight the next boss, because the next boss is Mantis.
Alright, so we'll... Boom. Break through the first one. And this is... I want to say this room's on a timer. So, right here, throw in between these vents. Throw a chaff. Right here, and we should be good. Yep.
Is this room? I guess this room is on the timer because they follow you, right? They pretty much know where you... Even when you're not alerted, they kind of know where you are, so they always move towards you. And you don't really want to get spotted because it means the geckos will come to you, and then you can get sweeped and a lot of other stuff, so it's the last thing you want.
Alright. And so right here, we'll switch to our M4.
No 16 minutes of credits, Marco. We're not watching. We're not watching the. We're not watching. We're not gonna watch this whole game and then watch a movie at the end of it. It's just,
You'll get to see me in an advanced easy bake oven, though.
yeah, that's true.
Sounds like the perfect job for me.
I mean, I'd call time at the end anyway, at the final hit on
Absolutely.
the Ocelot anyway, because if for RTA anyway, I would have. Because technically, I mean, yeah, I know, but what I mean is for marathon runs.
Oh, marathon, yeah, absolutely.
You would run. You run RTA.
Here we go. Cycles of more frogs.
Meryl's in danger. Take out the enemy before
Meryl.
Okay, this whole missing shots thing.
Thanks, Articon. Like we didn't know she's in danger.
Where are you? Okay, top deck.
Killing some of these frogs.
I was like, did I miss?
So yeah, you just have to kill a bunch of these frogs, and then the boss fight starts. And the boss fight's pretty simple. You basically hit when Mantis appears, and you're able to shoot her. She'll have both her dolls with her, and you need to shoot one of those dolls with a weapon hard enough to damage it. You need to hit it with a hard weapon, basically, and then
But the most important part, right here. All right.
Oh yeah. So there we go. Basically, it distracts her. Doesn't have control
Oh,
while you.
get out of my way, Meryl. My doll. Mantis.
On new game, you'd have to do this to get the doll because you need to get the doll off of her. But,
Yeah.
we already have it, obviously. This wouldn't be the first time Meryl's been under the influence of Mantis.
Even if she tries
Just a different Mantis this time,
Back.
not the original.
Don't do anything to hurt her.
Oh.
Knock her out if you have to,
There we go.
but don't hurt her.
All right. Right here, one more shot, and then Mantis doll. Which, since we aren't playing on, since we're playing on emulation, it's the stick. It's the right stick,
Yeah.
spinning it for days.
You can get the other doll, but I forget how you get it right. One's non-lethal, one's lethal.
Yeah. All right.
I just forget how
Oh, we
you
got a
get
good
there.
spot for Mantis doll.
Nice.
Her puppet. Without it, she can't control her victim.
Damn, 10,000 dragon points. Yeah, normally this would be like the 6-axis stuff and that, and you'd be shaking the controller up and down because you know that was a
Whoa!
wow. That's unfortunate. There we go. That was weird.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
because I didn't do anything different. Flip, flip, flip.
Yeah, if you lay on your back, it gets them down on the floor, so it makes them move slower. She decided to stand up for some reason there. And that's Mantis. Now we get to crawl and walk through what Twilight referred to as a souped up.
A souped up easy bake up.
Yeah. Microwave. Well, first we have to run through this whole section, but there's not much to this. It's literally A to B, dodging a bunch of the little ball drone things. There'll be like a loads of them in a minute.
Tons of dying men enforce attention like deep pond where words are spent. They are seldom.
Why don't we get somebody else? I've got nothing to lose. You were the lightning in that ray. Could still shine through the darkness.
I really like how they try to like pump you up to get into a microwave. Yeah, listen to all these cutscenes. You are the light. You are this. Don't let this distract you that you're about to burn to a crisp.
It's the whole. It's I guess they're just throwing back to like the rest of the game, isn't they? They're like, you're at the final. This is the final thing.
Rotisserie chicken time.
Final one. And this is where it became important that Johnny did not have nanomachines.
We'll throw one more to be safe.
Yeah, I remember running through this room without any chaff grenades.
It's
Why not just get through all these? But you can farm a load of credits here because they can drop Desert Eagles. So if you needed credits for any reason this far into the game at the very end.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Couple more cutscenes to skip, and then yeah, the microwave corridor.
Oh no, he's baking. Oh no.
I actually don't know how he survives this. This would actually be impossible. The absolute intensity.
I will never understand it to this day.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's supposed to be over the top. I mean, that's Kojima. It's always been like a. It's gonna be like a Hollywood movie. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it goes from this to literally hand-to-hand combat on top of Outer Heaven as well. It's like it's insane. Like he pretty much dies here and then goes into a fist fight. Like.
I like the fact that when you look up and you see Meryl's gun, the first gun to the right, she has a scope on it, and she's not using it.
Well, yeah, I mean... Why use
Good for her
scopes,
having a
you know?
scope on her pistol.
When I first played this, I didn't realise you could actually fail this part.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't crawl, if you don't keep crawling, if you don't just hold the movement, you actually do fail this. It is time-based. You need to get to the end before everyone gets wiped out, basically. And you also have to avoid the walls, which obviously Twilight's nowhere near them. But if you do actually go too far to the walls, because Snake does like kind of, as he's moving, he's kind of like going from side to side a little bit as well. So you have to keep an eye on not touching these prongs that come out, because otherwise he'll get shocked, and then you waste time because there's a little like mini cutscene of him taking damage.
And if I remember correctly, you don't have to crazy tap on this. I don't know if it's in the harder difficulty you have. But you just have to keep a consistent tap. It's not one of those.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know if the higher difficulty requires you to crazily do it. Maybe it does. I don't know. Literally glowing suits.
But yeah, we should be well under 220.
I mean, it's definitely a good way to protect your AI, though. Microwave room, because you ain't going to get through it. I'm surprised Archon's Mark 3 or whatever is getting through it, because this room would fry everything that came in it, regardless. Electronics, the whole lot. It would be so insane, the amount of intensity.
Which is my next point. If his Mark 3 technology could get through this microwave room, why did they not make something for Snake?
Yeah, like a suit that would, like, dampen it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm way far ahead than I should have been. Okay. There we go.
Boom.
And now we just...
There we are.
Alright. We're gonna get some fun first phase of Ocelot. Another little nostalgic flashback on how to fight a boss.
Another this is the final boss, the final part, the final gameplay of the game.
Time will be coming up on the final big punch on MGS4 cycle of this. So here we go. And let's do the thing.
So this fight goes through basically every version of Ocelot. So you get this one, which is MGS1 version. And then it will go to MGS2, then 3, and then on to 4, which is the final. So
the good old return of the lightning punch.
Yeah. As you can see, he's got like, there is like a loop. There is like an infinite punch loop thing you can do. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, because he's at the cycle where he's done.
Boom.
It's fine. This is why we're gonna have a crazy phase 2, though.
Now we're on MGS2. It's actually, and they play all the themes, which is cool as well. They cycle
so
through.
We're gonna strafe in.
So we got the tanker music here. In this one.
Oh, I might have been able to keep that lightning punch all the way through.
So now we got Liquid Ocelot, because that's what he was into. Just like MGS1. It's just like one of my Japanese animes.
Oh.
That was close. Now I'll transition after this to MGS3 once he gets in low enough.
Come on.
Yeah, you definitely want to watch out for that punch there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you do not want to get hit by that because of just time loss of like mini cutscene that plays.
Like, what is he doing? Thank you.
There we
On
go.
to phase 3.
This might actually be like one of the hardest boss fights in the game because there is a strat to it. Like there is a method to this whole thing. Like you don't want to get punched. It is not an easy thing to do on any difficulty. Like there is a cycle to this thing.
Oh, I
There we
lost
go.
the punch again.
Then we get Snake Eater theme from MGS3. Cool. Now he's just Ocelot. That's all he ever was here in this one. Young Ocelot.
That's not what we wanted. Give him a little gut punch.
You'll notice that the his combat style will switch as well throughout the different. So it's based on like his version of him. So this one he's a young Ocelot, so he has like a more fluid, more advanced style of combat.
He is.
More grapples and things. He has a steel fist as well because he just punched the ground so hard that his whole hand should be shattered into a million pieces. But nice. And there we are.
This
We're
one
on
went a little bit longer than we should have.
now we're on the final phase, which is just MGS4s back there. S4s one. Which is less of an actual fight and more of just you just basically need to punch him first. So you need to get within range and then hit him. And it's
And
like,
just
what's it, 4 or 5 times or something?
Went away. Yeah.
It's like 5 hits and then he goes down. There we go.
Gotta let him scream, do his thing. It's not over yet. Bang.
Knockout.
And just keep spamming that that punch. Just the faster you can get it. Boom. Take that MGS 1. And 2. Oh. Ocelot, quit delaying the inevitable, please. And... Boom. It's one way to die. And time.
I think we're running through credits as well. Because we're actually ahead.
No, yeah, think of the technical difficulties too.
Well, I don't know, Jasper just said. We're ahead, so,
Oh, we are?
so we can run through credits if you want.
Yeah, we're currently 30 minutes ahead now. So yeah, feel free to go through the credits. We'll see your time and yeah.
You might have to mute the credits though, obviously, for
Yeah, I have to get credits.
music stuff, but yeah. Well, there you go. We get to enjoy like 16 minutes of
Yeah.
of just 4 credits. And yeah, these ones you can skip here. It's not really the credit sequence yet. But... This is just more story section.
Yeah, I didn't expect us to get danger. As soon as he said that too earlier, I was like, are we going through the credits? Are we not going through the credits? And then I'm like, oh, I think we might be more ahead than we thought. I think it's because we ended up benefiting off of like 3 really, really, really good fights.
Yeah, probably save some time for those technical.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the
Man.
credits with no music, unfortunately, because it's copyrighted or whatever. Or even if you don't get hit with it, it's just better to not risk that. The only one I've never got.
I think all of it's copyrighted. Yeah.
The only one that I know of, because I run it and a bunch of people run it, including some
2,
people
right?
here, that like is 2. I've never seen anyone ever get really like. I think maybe 1 or 2 people got hit with a strike one time, but it didn't do anything. It's only because I believe the music for MGS2 doesn't. Whoever owns the rights of it doesn't care, or like no one owns the rights fully to it. But yeah, I mean, not much
Yeah,
to
no,
talk
that's-
about in this 12 minutes like that we already have.
Yeah.
I mean, the run was pretty good. I think outside of those few I mean,
I think literally outside of
the tech difficulties, which is just an unfortunate thing.
well, not yeah. I was gonna say gosh, words. Octopus.
Outside of Act 2, yeah, with
yeah,
Octopus.
Octopus was a little weird.
Um,
That was hit detection though. That was just
yeah, I mean, just missed her apparently. And then, yeah, because I mean, he went to the right on Act 3. The
we
guy.
we obliterated Act 3. We got everything perfect for Act 3.
I feel like maybe from Act 3 onwards, it was pretty straightforward. Yeah, went the way you want it to go, basically, the way it should go. So, not bad. Yeah, some more stuff you got to skip through.
Losing that that hold on Mantis was weird, but I think that was just something that weirdly happened. But that wasn't like a death.
It's possible that there was an input dropped, because you wouldn't be able to tell very much in that section if an input just decided to get dropped. Can't really see anything. So it's possible an input got dropped or something, but a quick recovery anyway. Just shoot her again with the doll and once more. Then we got this scene that you can't skip it. It's the big boss where he passes away. Tell Snake got to see the next generation through before he can sleep. What an ending to a like, you know, a decade long saga, or more than a decade actually, multiple decades at this point. I mean,
yeah, this is one of my favorite songs too. Sad that they copyrighted it.
Yeah, I mean, people still own the rights to it, so it is what it is. I mean, technically, I get you could play it, but they would just mute the VOD, so it's like you don't really want them
that's not
muted and stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't really want them like VOD muted or anything, so it's not. And you never know. Yeah, you don't want to risk any kind of. It's one thing to do it on your own channel. Definitely don't do it on someone else's.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much MGS4 in a nutshell. Slow from acts 1 to 2.
Yeah.
But 3 to 5 builds up a strong pace. I think to me that's the only true knock on this game is that, like, I don't think the pace from 3 to 5 was so good, and I don't feel like 1 and 2 were a good setup per se. It was just, and then Act 3. Let me say back half of Act 3 on.
Yeah.
Because the sneaking thing is just boy.
Yeah, from like the bike chase onwards, because the bike chase is faster, obviously, even though it is a fairly long-winded bike chase. At least you're moving. Like there's not, and you don't in this difficulty, you don't have to do anything, so you just sit there and let it go. Obviously, on higher difficulties, the first 1 and 2 act aren't as like straightforward A to B, nothing to do, but they still are to a degree because you're just sneaking around instead of just running everywhere. You're like taking slightly different routes, maybe shooting a couple of guys to get them out of your way because you don't want to take an alert there in certain areas, throwing a smoke here and there, just things like that, because you can't afford to like get an alert, otherwise you just get killed. And especially if you're trying to go for like big boss and things like that, like obviously you have to play it safe as you can, but Liquid and Easy is, you know, as you would expect it to be, like any of the games, to be honest, play very easy. It's basically the very easy difficulty. Play any of the games on very easy, and they're almost the same. Like they're just A to B boss fight, A to B boss fight.
Fight.
In this instance,
glorified
like in all of the games, menus as like the big mechanic, getting your menus down and making them efficient. Boss fight execution efficiently, and then movement. Although the later games, not so much. Most of the movement is bad. You can be a little bit more open with it, but as long as you get to A to B within the quickest time possible.
Oh yeah.
Well, as as we are just sort of stalling for time here, I thought it'd be a good idea to jump in and have a chat with our lovely viewers. Hope you're all enjoying Pixel Perfect Marathon 4. We are now halfway through day 1. We have 7 runs completed, 7 more runs to go. And then, of course, we've got a bunch of runs tomorrow. Up next, we have got Pepper Grinder being ran by Shovel Claws. And then stick around after that, we've got Clubhouse Games, 51 Worldwide Classics, our first 3-player co-op run. Ultima 2, The Revenge of the Enchantress. We definitely, now that we are massively ahead of time, have unlocked our bonus setup block run. So Linkermeister will be coming back to run Contra Rebirth. And then we finish the night with our cute and cozy runs. A little mini block of really cozy and cute adventures. We've got Alara running the Red Lantern. I'll be jumping on to run Klonoa 2 Lunateer's Veil, and then Alara will be jumping back on for Cat Quest. But that is just for today. We have a whole bunch of runs tomorrow. I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you have enjoyed this Metal Gear Solid 4 run, then make sure you come back tomorrow afternoon. Well, tomorrow afternoon if you're in Europe, tomorrow morning if you're in the US, because Theory here, who's been on comms, is coming back to run Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. And then we've got Caro running Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty straight afterwards. So many more awesome runs to go. Theory, you looking forward to that run?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, actually, I am. I've been doing MG2. I almost said MGS2, which everybody mentions. That's like, which is funny because it's right after with Kara. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a pretty straightforward run, like most Metal Gear games. You've run it, right? I know
Yeah, I've run Metal Gear 2.
So you're aware of it. Like, it's a fun run though. I really enjoy it. It's one of my. It's actually my favorite 2D in the series. Mainly because that's where the game started. They were like, oh, this game's actually popular after the first. Like, people actually want another one. So they wrote some story to it. That's kind of where the story started for this entire series of games. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It should be straightforward. Hopefully. Not much can go wrong in it.
I want to say a huge thank you to both the two of you and everyone who's been watching this run for your patience whilst we got through some technical hitches. We have had a few little issues today, but we've been working hard to try and limit those and get them sorted. So again, thank you to everyone for your patience whilst we dealt with those. And in the end, the rest of the run worked out pretty fine. It's gone really well since the last one. So really pleased that we've managed to get over that little hiccup. But yeah, huge shout out to GDQ, who gave us a nice big raid at the start of the stream. We're also live on the front page of speedrun.com, so welcome to any viewers from either of those sources. We have got a stream goal at the moment. We're trying to hit 500 followers. We're currently at 354. So if you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying Pixel Perfect, and you definitely want to watch more when we have more events coming up in the future, make sure you hit that follow button. And hopefully sometime soon, for a future event, we'll have our affiliate status sorted, and we'll have emotes. If there are any artists watching who wouldn't mind lending their talent to help us create some awesome emotes, then do get in touch. Join us on our Discord server. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the stream.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good runs coming up.
Absolutely. Man.
I don't even know what. Yeah, I mean, what more is there to say?
So it's a long scene. Y'all can't hear the music, but it's like 3 different songs happen. You're just like,
yeah.
yeah.
This most credits in MGS either have one song or 1 or 2 songs, depending on how long they are. Because some games have longer credits. Like in this instance, obviously, it's like this is the longest in the series.
It's like 3 or 4.
Longest whole section. MGS 3 has like 1. You just get 1 song, and it's in my opinion the best in the series, hands down. In my personal opinion,
it's the one you can skip.
Debatable, but TTS you can skip because you can turbo through it, and it's basically cursed credits music, which is great. As for us, as speedrunners, it's really great. Because it's IGT again, and it's great to be able to skip credits, considering credits aren't counted in IGT in that game anyway, so it's not a big deal. And then MGS 2 has like pretty much just 1 song, it's just the jazz. And then MGS 1 has the classic one, which you can't hear as well because you have to mute that one because that actually, out of all of them, that one is a definite copyright. You will get hit every time. You may get lucky on some of these other ones where you get hit, you don't get hit. MGS2, I've never been hit. I've never been hit with a thing ever on MGS2. So MGS2, you're probably safe as far as we're aware because it's never happened pretty much. These ones, at MGS3, you'll get hit as well. It's almost a guarantee you'll get hit on MGS3 because that song still has active people copyrighting it. And then this one is obviously probably going to get you hit because it's still a recent one per se. But there is some good credit songs. I am not a massive fan of MGS2's credits song, not because of jazz, because I don't like. I mean, I'm not a massive jazz fan, but it doesn't bother me because when you've run thousands and thousands of times and you've had so many bad runs, and all you hear is jazz on a bad run, it's the last thing I want to hear when I've run it a lot of times. Like, I do not want to hear that. I don't even want to hear it on a good run. Like, at this point, I'm over it. But MGS3 is probably my favorite.
Oh, I'm gonna cut 8 for this one. I like MGS3s.
Yeah.
But it plays a little too much for my own good, for my own liking. So it's like I almost get drowned out by it. So like you said, with a bad run, if I hear like the Snake Eater ladder thing and I'm just like, get me out of this run, please. It's already been going so bad. But I will take it back. I think 3 is my favorite because of I think that end credit song is really good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to think about which one it was, and I was like, oh yeah, that one's really good. The emotion behind that one.
Yeah, Way to Fall.
Mm-hmm.
The original MGS one is a decent song. You just never get to hear it. And most people don't hear it anyway. Like, you don't really hear it because no one wants to sit through credits anyway.
Oh, I want to mute this because one of the most savage lines come out of here.
No thanks. I'm quitting.
Snake.
These things will kill you.
Where will you go?
After 2 decades, he decides to give up smoking.
No.
Right.
It took this long.
I still have to do. I have to see this age off. See what the future brings.
I'm just glad that Konami just didn't go like, oh, you thought MGS4 was the end? They found the cure and be like, no.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is one of those things. It's like it deserved to end here with Solid Snake anyway. The actual Solid Snake. His story deserved to end here. Don't extend it. There's no reason to extend it. It's like Assassin's Creed at this point. Like I stopped playing Assassin's Creed like years ago. At the end of like Brotherhood or Revelations, like I stopped. It's just like now you're just milking it because it's like MGS did not need that, and it's good that they didn't. I mean, obviously they made 5, which is the prologue anyway. But like, cool, whatever. Like they made 5. Everybody knows how that went in terms of like how people thought about it. It's still a great game if you just remove it from the Metal Gear aspect per se, and just look at it as a sandbox action game. Cool. I mean, I don't mind it. I think MGS5 is a great game if you just look at it that way, and not the story so much. But yeah, this was a good way to end this story. Like, at least in my opinion, like doesn't need another. You know what they're going to do? He has to see the next World 3. Well, he's already old anyway. Like, what you can do? Make another game where he's still doing it. Like, it's just.
And stick with you to the end.
Oh, he's got an exosuit now. He's become the cyborg. You know what I mean? He's become the cyborg ninja, so he can continue to. It's just not.
Oh, that line is so mean. Plus, who would you let? Would you let me suffer Sonny's eggs alone?
Damn.
Teach her, and you still can't cook. That's crazy. This part where she says, I think they're ready. I'm like, it looks like you just cracked them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little runny. Like, she just cracked that egg. Like, it is not ready.
Like they're ready. No, they're not.
They're ready. No, they're not. They're not even. That's not even. They're not even formed yet.
It's rising again.
Bro.
Yeah, that was still a good run for all the pausing and stuff. Take the pauses away and stuff like that. We're probably looking
at 58. I mean, it's sub 2 hours.
Yeah.
Not bad. Got Wolf. Title of Wolf.
We still have. I'm guessing we still have time to kill.
No, we're pretty good now. So huge
go.
thank you to both of you. Where can we find you both online?
Well,
ahead
you go
first.
first. No, you go first.
No, you. No, you.
Not me. You can find me on many Discords, including this one and other stuff. Twitch and Theory UK 3_UK. I haven't streamed in a while. Should probably get back to streaming. I keep saying it, but I just end up getting busy. I am off this week, so I probably will stream this week. But I am off. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Twitter, I don't even use. I mean, who uses Twitter these days? Or X, sorry. But yeah, that's me. Generally hanging around on Discords.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch at Twilight Realm, YouTube Twilight Realm as well, Discord just Twilight. Like I said, part of many speedrunning communities, so you can probably find me just about anywhere. And same with them. I just actually came back from vacation. I've been going through a lot of personal journey stuff the last 5 months, but I'm looking to swing back in here within the coming weeks, so I should be back Tuesday. So yeah, if you guys want to, you can drop both of us a follow on Twitch. It'd be a lot of fun. But no, we're thankful for Pixel Perfect yet again. This is my third time being here for Pixel, so that's really amazing, and I shout out to the staff for having me yet again. I appreciate the love.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously coming back tomorrow to do a run, and I've done a fair few events with the people that run this, the guys that run this, Nick and that. So it's always good.
Yeah,
Well,
I just have 2 and 5 to run now, and I'd complete the MGS. I've run 1, 3, and 4. Got to get 2 and 5 we're set. So, all right, guys, next week I'm starting to learn MGS 5.
Thank you both so much for being here and for showcasing MGS4. That is going to be my turn on the hosting desk done for today. I'm going to be handing over to Bonnie Dimples for the next run, who is going to be hosting Pepper Grinder being ran by Shovel Claws. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be another awesome speed run for you here on Pixel Perfect Marathon 4.